in the last session we had discussed about NTSC Stage 2 paper, that is 2019. Few of the questions were left in the last session. We will continue with that, and then we will move to a new 2018 paper, NTSC Stage 2. Is it okay to everyone? Okay, let's start with the paper. We have discussed up till question number 94. There are 6 questions still remain in the last session of the paper, NTSC Stage 2 2019, right? So straight away, question number 95 in biology in NTSC Stage 2 2019 is, the figure given below is designed to show yeast respiration. In one of the tubes there is yeast suspension in glucose solution. So there is a tube in which glucose solution is there and yeast is present. This solution was boiled before yeast was added to it. Interesting point. This solution was boiled before yeast was added to it. Which one of the following is the possible reason for boiling of sugar solution? है ना, आपको इनमें से बताना है कि इनमें से following reasons जो दिए हुए हैं 4 ऑप्शन में, what is the reason of boiling this sugar solution? Option 1, to ensure aerobic fermentation. Option 2, to provide the initial warmth for the yeast to become active. Option 3, to remove the dissolved oxygen and carbon dioxide from the solution. Option 4, to remove dissolved carbon dioxide and trap the oxygen from the atmosphere. Very simple question. I guess everybody knows the answer. Abhishek Yadav, absolutely correct. हम जानते हैं that yeast is a fungi and goes through anaerobic respiration and the process is fermentation. तो पहला ऑप्शन तो बिल्कुल ही गलत हो गया when we are saying it is anaerobic respiration, है ना? तो first option is incorrect. Second B, illogical, to provide the initial warmth for the yeast, incorrect. Third one, to remove the dissolved oxygen, absolutely, because yeast undergoes anaerobic respiration and carbon dioxide from the solution. So the correct answer is option 3. Very simple question. Many a times you have studied in lower classes about this. See, such a simple question is asking in NTSC Stage 2. तो आपके chances बिल्कुल पक्के हैं अगर आपने lower classes में अच्छे से पढ़ा होगा in class 9th, 10th and 11th. ठीक है? Option 4 says to remove dissolved carbon dioxide and trap the oxygen from the atmosphere. Oxygen तो हमें चाहिए ही नहीं, तो why should we trap the oxygen? Because it undergoes anaerobic respiration. तो fourth option भी बिल्कुल गलत. सही बात is option number 3. To remove the dissolved oxygen and carbon dioxide from the solution. Because yeast undergoes anaerobic respiration. Very simple, I guess you have understood. Nothing much explanation is required in the question. It's straight away question. Okay, this one. Interesting one. A squirrel was eating a fruit on the ground. Fruit खा रही थी squirrel. Suddenly what happened? It was attacked by a dog. The squirrel rushed to the tree immediately. Obviously, if you are being also attacked by a dog, always, you immediately start rushing. Is it or not? Definitely, you must start rushing. Same goes with the squirrel. Squirrel rushed to the tree immediately and saved itself from the dangerous attack. है ना, बचा लिया उसने अपने आप को. अच्छा, हमें आंसर्स मिल गए, I guess. Shubham is absolutely correct. Abhishek is correct. Hardik is correct. You people are learning biology, that means. I love that. Okay, let's read the question and the options. What immediate changes are most likely to have takes place in the body of the squirrel? Dog is running after the squirrel, attacked by the dog. To save itself, squirrel rushed, and then what happens inside the squirrel's body? This is what the question is asking, and the options are blood flows to the stomach for rapid digestion. What is that? Blood flows to the stomach for rapid digestion. कोई मतलब नहीं है, बहुत ही illogical सी line दी हुई है. I mean, this is not true at all. Adrenaline was secreted in the blood by the adrenal glands. है ना, देखो ये बात सही है वैसे. Adrenaline, there are two hormones which is being secreted. If you have studied about adrenal glands, तो adrenal gland has two regions, cortex and medulla, है ना, और medulla region produces these two hormones. That is what? Adrenaline and noradrenaline. So basically these hormones are called as stress hormones, emergency hormones. जैसे आप बहुत ज़्यादा stress में होंगे, डरे हुए होंगे, है ना, बहुत vigorous exercise होगी, then these hormones have been secreted. So that is why these hormones are called as stress or emergency hormones. So adrenal was secreted in the blood by the adrenal glands. ठीक है, ये बात सही हो सकती है, but let's read the other options as well. Heartbeat become faster and pumps more blood so that the muscles get more oxygen. ये बात तो बिल्कुल ठीक है ना. हार्ट बीट, जब आप भागेंगे बहुत तेज तो ऑब्वियसली हार्ट बीट becomes more faster, pumps more blood to to meet the demands of the oxygen, to meet the demands of the body, है ना, as that muscles can get more oxygen. Fourth one is adrenocorticotrophic hormone is secreted in the blood and blood flows more towards the vital organs. This is also very logical. Adrenocorticotrophin is one of the hormone, that is cortisol. तो वो नहीं secrete होता उस वक्त. It is the heartbeat becomes faster, है ना, हमारे पीछे जब डॉग भागेगा तो और हम उसके आगे आगे, definitely आपका heartbeat becomes faster. Same goes with the squirrel and pumps more blood so that the muscles get more oxygen. Very simple. Nothing जो आप नहीं कर पाए ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. आप इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर बहुत इजीली निकाल सकते हैं. Everybody is correct in the class. अभिषेक, कुश, शुभम, हार्दिक, all are correct. Absolutely correct. ठीक है, बहुत सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है. You can make it out. You know, questions जब दिए होते हैं ना तो बहुत बड़े बड़े से questions दिए होते हैं. ऐसा लगता है हमें कि पता नहीं क्या पूछा हुआ है उसमें, कौन सी theory हमें पढ़नी है, जो कि we have to apply on that. But once you read the question properly and the options as well, all the 4 options, you will find अरे हमने तो सब कुछ पढ़ा है क्लास में. It is very simple, nothing to fear. We can easily mark the right answer. So this is what the last question was all about. Read the question well, read the options thoroughly, and then immediately you will get the right answer. ठीक है? Okay, next one. Stimulus from the environment is detected by the nerve cell. We know that, है ना? Nerve cell is helping us to detect the stimulus from the environment. The stimulus acquired is transmitted in the form of electrical impulse. Absolutely. From the options given below, choose the correct scheme showing the direction in which the nerve impulse travels. Basically आपको conducting path बताना है कि nerve impulse कहाँ से start होके कहाँ पर move कर रही है ना. So arrows shows the direction of the impulse flow और आपको इन 4 options में से ये बताना है कि कौन सा option is indicating the right flow, correct conducting path of the impulse or the flow. ठीक है, तो हमने न्यूरल सिस्टम पढ़ा है क्लास 10th में, है ना. उसमें आपने ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ इम्पल्स भी जरूर पढ़ा होगा. बेसिक्स जरूर मालूम होगा आपको कि लाइक इफ देयर इज अ न्यूरॉन, है ना, तो इफ यू रिमेंबर लिटिल बिट अबाउट, है ना, if you remember, you know, the cell receives the impulse from the dendrites. These are, yes, I'm getting the answer, I guess. Yes, Shubham is correct, Hardik is correct, Cheshta is correct. बिल्कुल सही बात. Kush is also correct. Yes, बिल्कुल ठीक बता रहे हैं आप लोग, बिल्कुल सही. आपने तो आंसर 2 मिनट में निकाल दिया इसका. You are learning biology, that means even. Yes, that's very nice. So basically cell is flowing towards the cell, the impulse is flowing towards the cell, then moving towards the axon. One long tube arising from the cell body. This is what? This is cell body. You know that, है ना. तो the impulse gets from the cell body, then moves towards the axon and then to the endings. These are the exon terminals. These are the exon terminals. Okay, and from the then exon terminals it reaches to the next dendrites or dendrons and forms the synapse. है ना? तो cell, तो impulse is moving from the, this is the correct option, that is option C, that is from the cell body towards the exon terminals, endings. Then it forms a synapse with the other dendrites of the other neuron, and then again the cycle repeats. It moving towards its exon, then the exon endings, and then the other dendrites of the other neuron. So our option is option 3. Very simple. अगर आपको conducting path मालूम होगा, जो कि आपने ज़रूर class 10th में पढ़ा है, so definitely you will mark the right answer. I guess everyone is understood. Is it clear to everyone? Yes. Okay. So this is our question number 97. Okay. Very simple, but a little, this question leaves little understanding of the topic flowering plants. Double fertilization. आप लोगों ने पढ़ा है class 10th में double fertilization? Yes. Rishit, Kush, Shubham, you have studied double. Okay, Rishit, you studied very well. Okay, बच्चा. तो double fertilization is a complex mechanism of flowering plants. है ना? Flowering plants में ये mechanism होता है. That is also unique to angiosperms. We know that angiosperms, one of the phanerogames, is flowering plants. Choose the most appropriate statement from the options listed below that explains this phenomena. Basically, you have to tell from the options what is double fertilization, right? You have to tell what is double fertilization. So, do you know what is double fertilization? अभी मुझे ऋषित ने बोला कि उसने किया हुआ है क्लास में. तो what is double fertilization? See, there are two male gametes that reaches to the ovule. Okay, that reaches to the ovule. Out of these two male gametes, one male gamete fuses with the egg. तो क्या बनेगा? If male gamete fuses with the egg, it forms what? Yes? Obviously it forms zygote, and then it converts into embryo later. Now there is one more fertilization, one more phenomena that takes place, that is called as triple fusion. इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? Triple fusion. ठीक है? Why triple fusion? Because the three nucleus are involved in that. What are the three nucleus? One male gamete and the two polar nuclei. So there are three nucleus that fuses together, and the structure formed is, ये जो structure बनेगा इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? It is called as endosperm. So there are actually two processes similarly with the same process, same pace going on, that is triple fusion, which leads to the formation of endosperm. One male gamete fuses with the two polar nuclei. That forms what? Endosperm. One phenomena. Second is fertilization. Second is fertilization. That is one male gamete fuses with the one egg. So this is fertilization. So this fertilization with triple fusion, this fertilization with triple fusion makes double fertilization. So this is a very unique feature of the angiosperms or flowering plants, right? So now we read the options. आई गेस अभी तुम लोगों को इसका आंसर बहुत अच्छे से पता समझ में आ गया होगा, मिल गया होगा. यस चेष्टा, यू राइटिंग सी. लेट्स रीड ऑप्शन सी. यस बेटा, बिल्कुल सही, आपने बिल्कुल सभी ने बिल्कुल सही मार्क किया है. आफ्टर अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस, एवरीबडी इन द क्लास इज करेक्ट आफ्टर लर्निंग दिस प्रोसीजर. So first option says fertilization in two flowers of the same plant forming endosperms. No, it is not like that. Nothing is like that. Two male gametes fertilized two eggs inside the ovule. As a result, the ovary give rise to bigger fruits. It is also very illogical line. Nothing is like that. Now the third option says two fertilization occur in a flower. One fertilization results in the formation of diploid zygote. That is what we have studied. One fertilization results in the formation of diploid zygote. One male gamete fuses with the egg, result into the formation of diploid zygote. This is what we studied just now. And the second fertilization results in the formation of triploid endosperm. Again, we just saw triple fusion. One male gamete with the two polar nuclei, that is triploid endosperm. So that is our answer. Two fertilization means one fertilization and one triple fusion, that makes double fertilization, and our answer is option 3. The correct answer is option 3. Let's read 4 also, because we should read all the options. Instead, if we get the answer in first 2-3 options, but we have to read all. Two pollen grains sending the two pollen tubes inside the ovary, resulting in the formation of two seeds inside the fruit. What is this? I mean, you can understand what is this. Nothing is this. So our option is option number 3. The correct option is option number 3. I guess समझ आया होगा आप लोग को what is double fertilization in that angiosperms. Okay, this sounds interesting. ये आपने क्लास 10th में नहीं पढ़ा है. This is given in actually class 12th in the topic human health and diseases. उसमें there is a topic which explains the life cycle of mosquito. So from there this question is being taken, right? So basically what you have to tell in this question, the life cycle, the stages of the mosquito, the life cycle of the stages of the mosquito. It is generally observed that malaria is rampant in areas where construction work or stagnant water are usually seen. सही बात है, जहाँ गंदगी होगी वहाँ पे मस्कीटो ग्रो करेंगे. बिल्कुल ठीक बात. Rampant areas जहाँ पे construction work है. Plasmodium species are known to cause malaria. The causative agent of the malarial disease is Plasmodium. Absolutely correct. The parasite, when injected by the mosquito into the human bloodstream, matlab the Plasmodium, parasite is what? Plasmodium. When injected by the mosquito into the human bloodstream, goes through specific life cycle stages. है ना, प्लाज्मोडियम की कई सारी स्टेजेस होती हैं लाइफ साइकिल की. सिलेक्ट फ्रॉम बिलो द करेक्ट सीक्वेंस ऑफ स्टेजेस. आपको पता लगाना है कि करेक्ट सीक्वेंस स्टेजेस कौन सा है मलेरियल लाइफ साइकिल, आई मीन प्लाज्मोडियम लाइफ साइकिल, विच इज द कॉजेटिव एजेंट ऑफ द डिजीज मलेरिया. तो आई गेस इस क्वेश्चन को आप लोग नहीं आंसर कर पाओगे. क्या आंसर किसी ने? No, it is not B, beta. It is not B, बच्चा.
Ma'am, human bloodstream में जाएगा तो सबसे पहले second option में सीधा RBC second से ही हो जाएगा.
No, बच्चा, because mosquito may actually they have sporozoids. They will not have merozoids. Okay? तो देखो अगर मैंने sporozoids बता दिया तो आपको options तो मिल गए होंगे. 2 options eliminate हो गए. Cheshta, you was asking something, beta? Cheshta, are you there, बच्चे? Yes. Yes, you're right, बेटा. लेकिन प्रॉब्लम है फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट में, मस्किटोज टू मीरोजॉइड्स. Mosquitoes don't have merozoites. They will produce sporozoites. Plasmodium will have the stage of sporozoites, which is released by the mosquito into the bloodstream of the person if bitten by the mosquito. Right, Cheshta? Okay, beta? So, yes, you're right that it has been then human liver, then it is human RBCs, then the gametes will form, then in mosquito, if it is again bitten, what is that then life cycle takes place? Zygote, oocyst, and then again sporocytes. Then sporocytes will again, released into the bloodstream if it is bitten by a mosquito, if some other person. Getting my point? Cheshta? Yes. So the correct option will be 1. The correct option will be 1. अब देखो बहुत सिंपल सी चीज़ है, अगर तुमको स्पोरोजॉइड्स और मीरोजॉइड्स का डिफरेंस मालूम होगा ना, तो दो ऑप्शंस तो अपने आप एलिमिनेट कर दोगे, 2 and 3, बिकॉज इट इज दी स्पोरोजॉइड्स विच इज बीन रिलीज्ड बाय द मस्किटो इनटू द ब्लड स्ट्रीम. ठीक है, तो डिफरेंस कहाँ लाइज, क्या डिफरेंस है फर्स्ट एंड फोर्थ ऑप्शंस में? हाँ देखो यहाँ पे गलती, व्हाट इज दिस गिवन एंड व्हाट इज दिस गिवन. बात समझ आ रही है? इज इट और नॉट? So our option is option number 1. This is the life cycle of Plasmodium, which is being taken place in mosquito and in humans. So ध्यान रखना, जिस organism की life cycle 2 organisms में complete होती है, उन life cycles को हम क्या बोलते हैं? Digenetic. If it has been complete in one organism only, it is monogenetic. So Plasmodium have digenetic life cycle because it is completed half in mosquito and half in humans. I guess it is understood to everyone? Yes? Moving on to next question. Very simple one. अगर थोड़ा सा भी बेसिक्स मालूम है आपको जेनेटिक्स का, तो बहुत इजीली इसका आंसर निकाल दोगे. A plant with red colored flowers is crossed with a plant having white flower. Right? The red and white flower is controlled by a single gene. ध्यान रखना है, सिंगल जीन की बात कर रहे हैं. Red is dominant over white. The F1 progeny is self-pollinated and the flower color in F2 is observed. Given the above information, what is the expected phenotype ratio of plants with different flower colors? Very simple. If you have studied about the law of dominance, अगर आपने law of dominance पढ़ा है, तो आप बहुत जल्दी इसका आंसर निकाल दोगे. It is a rule. अगर आप law of dominance पढ़ा है, that 3:1 is the phenotypic ratio in F2 generation when the offsprings of F1 fertilized, है ना, और undergo self fertilization और selfing, है ना. So देखो ना, अगर 2 की हम बात कर रहे हैं, it is the red and the white, है ना. So red अगर हमने इस तरह से लिया, dominant is red, तो we will take as capital R. We will take as 2 R's because one gene is governed by 2 alleles, and then the small 2 R's is for the white. And you must be knowing about the Punnett squares. In F1 generation, what will be the results comes out to be? Yes, that is the gametes. The gametes it will produces as RR, and these two will produces as RR. ठीक है ना? तो gametes produces by one parent on one side, gametes produced by the other parent on other side. What will be the resultant offsprings? All offsprings are red in color. तो ये हमें मालूम है, बहुत अच्छी सी कहानी, सिंपल सी चीज है, 4:0. Because R, the capital R is dominant, red is dominant. ठीक है. Now if we go on selfing the members of this is our F1 generation, but the question is asking in F2 generation, when F1 progeny is self-pollinated, तो हमने क्या किया, F1 members का selfing किया, and the flower color in F2 is observed. फिर आपको बताना है कि phenotypic ratio flower color, that means appearance of the flower कैसा है ना. तो अब हमारे पास offsprings कौन कौन से हैं, like this. तो if we form the gametes, it will be capital R, small r, है ना. Again the capital R, small r. Now if we go for selfing of these members of F1 generation, what we'll have, capital R, small r, produced, gametes produced by one parent on one side, gametes produced by the other parent on the other side. So we'll have like this, the two R's, then capital R, small r, capital R, small r, and the two small r's. We know that R is dominant, capital R is red, so it will be red in color. This is again red, this is again red, R is dominant, and this is white because the two small r's are there. Clear hai baat? So the ratio will be 3:1. That means 3 will appear as red and 1 will appear as white. So our option is, I guess समझ आ गया होगा. All of you have written, Abhishek, you written D beta. Why you write D बच्चे? अच्छा लास्ट में तूने B लिख दिया है. Okay. Kush is also B, Shubham B, Hardik B, Abhishek B. Absolutely, all of you are correct. You people have studied heredity evolution in class 10th. That means it's nice to hear, it's nice to see you people are solving such questions. Very nice. Chalo, you know, this was all about these are the left questions which is left in the first session, and that is, you know, from the paper NTSC stage 1, that is 2019. Now this is the end of the questions which comes in the paper 2019 NTSC stage 2. Now we'll begin with the new paper of the year 2018 NTSC stage 2 paper. Okay. Now very simple again, under which conditions stated below the 6-carbon glucose molecule is broken down into 3-carbon molecule, pyruvate and lactic acid. देखो तुम्हें confuse किया है इस question में, though it is very simple but you need a little understanding also, है ना. lactic acid की बात कर रहे हैं, क्या होगा इसका आंसर? Yes, Shubham is saying 4, option 4. Hardik is also saying 4, Abhishek 4, Cheshta is also saying 4, everybody is saying. कुछ तुमने आंसर नहीं दिया इसका बेटा, you didn't knew it? Yes बच्चा, it's very simple question. Yes, all of you are correct. देखो सिर्फ पायरुवेट की कहानी नहीं पूछी है उसमें लैक्टिक एसिड की भी बात कर रहे हैं. तो अगर लैक्टिक एसिड प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है and it is been converting into pyruvate in lactic acid, definitely it must be occurring in muscle cells. है ना? तो basically our answer is straightforward, nothing required, it does not require any kind of explanation if lactic acid is also produced with the pyruvate, but obvious it is in the muscles during vigorous exercise. When the oxygen demands is increased, then this is done in muscle cells, anaerobic respiration in the absence of oxygen. Clear, everyone? Okay, next one. Simple question था, respiration topic से, again human physiology. Okay, which among the following is the correct sequence regarding the flow of impulse in neuron? आप देखो check करो, repetition of question. वो पेपर हमने कौन से ईयर का किया था? 2019. This is 2018. And having the same question in a different manner. That was diagrammatic question and it was straightforward writing the options, but a similar question. Similar है कि नहीं है? देखो repetition of questions भी हैं, तो अगर आप पिछले 10 साल के पेपर अच्छे से कर लोगे तो you'll get good score, because you know then you have an idea of the questions asked in the exam. You will learn accordingly what are the questions given in the paper. You will go through that topics only, and there are repetition of question as we have seen just now. So if there are repetitions, you'll get good score definitely. Okay, so which among the following is the correct sequence regarding the flow of impulse in a neuron? Very simple. It is cell, body, axon, nerve, terminal. Though the options given in the first, second and 3, that is first one is dendrite, axon and cell body. देखो ना dendrite के बाद सीधे axon पे कैसे पहुंच जाएगा? बीच में cell body भी तो होगी. गलत option. Axon, cell body, dendrite. ये तो गलत बात हो गई. Dendrite तो projections होते हैं cell body के. तो पहले cell body बाद में dendrite पे कैसे जाएगा? गलत बात. Axon, dendrite and cell body. ठीक है? No, it starts from the cell body actually. We have discussed it in a previous year paper. So it starts from cell body, then it reaches to axon, a long tube arising from the cell body, and then it is the nerve terminal. That is the axon endings. Then it forms the synapse with the dendrites of the other neuron. So the correct option is option number 4. ठीक बात है? Yes? Clear everyone? So very simple question. Okay, moving on to next question. In a hypertensive patient, the systolic pressure is increased to 150 mm of Hg. है ना, 120 mm Hg होता है नॉर्मल, लेकिन 150 पर पहुंच गया. Which part of the brain would be involved in the regulation of blood pressure? तो बेसिकली आपको बताना है कि कौन सा पार्ट होगा आपकी बॉडी का, ब्रेन का, विच इज बीन रेगुलेटिंग द ब्लड प्रेशर. ओके, ऑप्शन 1 मेड्यूला, ऑप्शन 2 सेरिब्रम, ऑप्शन 3 सेरिबेलम, ऑप्शन 4 हाइपोथैलेमस. है ना? देखो, आंसर इज मेड्यूला. मेड्यूला एक्चुअली रेगुलेट्स द ब्लड प्रेशर. है ना? सेरिब्रम की बात करें, लार्जेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ द ब्रेन, and it has many functions to do with it, but it does not regulate the blood pressure. So this is not an option. Same goes with the cerebellum. Cerebellum के लिए एक question कई बार पूछा गया है. When a person is drunk, which part of the brain is affected? है ना? देखो, when a person is drunk, the person is not able to coordinate his movements, है ना, or the body posture. Then the cerebellum is affected. Okay? So if it is asking like this, that when a person is drunk, it affects the coordination movement. So which part of the brain is affected? Then our answer will be cerebellum. Okay? Now the last one, that is the fourth one, that is hypothalamus. Hypothalamus. Very interesting part of the brain, because it has to do with both two things. It worked as a neuroendocrine system. कुछ part इसका ऐसा है which actually are part of neural system, but there are neurons present in the hypothalamus which are the secretory cells and act as endocrine cells. Okay, we'll discuss more about it in a particular session, but as of now, just understand this, that hypothalamus is a neuroendocrine part of the brain which acts in both the ways, but it does not regulate the blood pressure. The blood pressure is regulated by the medulla part of the brain. Is it okay? अभी तुम लोगों के आंसर्स नहीं मिल रहे मुझे. हार्दिक is saying 1. Hardik, you are right, beta. And the rest of you are wrong. Hardik is right only. But this was a simple question. You must have studied in class 10th, I guess. Okay. Next one, moving on to next one. What does the next question says? Okay. Edward Jenner's contribution for the eradication of smallpox. है ना, Edward Jenner क्या contribution रहा for the eradication, removal of the smallpox is his proposition that smallpox had possibly spread throughout the world from India and China. Not at all. इंडिया ने नहीं फैलाया, तो ये हमारा गलत ऑप्शन, ये नहीं बनता हमारा आंसर. His discovery of transformation procedure. He didn't discover the transformation procedure. Transformation procedure is discovered by some other scientist that he is called as Griffith. Griffith experiments was known as the transformation procedure. तो ये भी गलत हो गया हमारा ऑप्शन. नेक्स्ट पे आ जाते हैं. His finding that rubbing of the skin crust of smallpox victims on the arm of the healthy person would develop resistance against smallpox. That sounds very logical. है ना, ऐसे हो सकता है ना कि किसी को smallpox हो और healthy person पे rub किया और वो resistant हो गया उसके. ऐसा कोई possibility है? बहुत ही logical सी line है. बिल्कुल गलत बात। देखो 3 ऑप्शन से एलिमिनेट हो गए, इसमें हमें आंसर तो मिल चुका है ना, 3 तो अपने आप एलिमिनेट हो रहे हैं, हमें आंसर तो मिल चुका है। हिज फाइंडिंग दैट द काउ पॉक्स इन्फेक्शन प्रोटेक्ट्स द पर्सन फ्रॉम द सब्सिक्वेंट इन्फेक्शन फ्रॉम स्मॉल पॉक्स। Absolutely. Once you have been vaccinated, that means the antibodies is being synthesized in your body. So if that causative agent attacks subsequently, your immune system will stimulate and produces antibody and prevents the infection. So this is what is all about the immune system once you have been vaccinated. So option number 4 is the correct answer. So see, if you know 4, I mean 4 is the correct option, but once you read the first, second and third option, it sounds very illogical and all the 3 options are incorrect. So definitely 4th must be the answer and 4 is the correct answer. Right? मुझे 2 लोगों ने इसका आंसर सही दिया था, कुश एंड चेष्टा एंड शुभम एज वेल। चेष्टा ने पहले गलत आंसर दिया, बाद में उसने ध्यान से पढ़ा क्वेश्चन को, फिर सही बताया। So before giving the answer, first read the question thoroughly and the options as well. Then reach to the right one. Kush is absolutely correct, beta. You are correct, bache. Shubham, you are also correct. Cheshta, now you are correct. Okay. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. Yes. 4 important events below may have led to the origin of life on the earth. Very interesting question. Origin of life on the earth. किस तरह से life originate हुई in early atmosphere. This is what the question is all about. First option, formation of amino acids and nucleotides. है ना? देखो, and this, let me read the options first. Statements first. Second is availability of water. Third is organization of cells. Fourth is formation of complex molecules. है ना? Question 5 is 4. Cheshta is saying 5 is 4. Let's see. देखो सबसे पहले पानी अवेलेबल होगा क्योंकि वहीं पे रिएक्शंस चलेंगे हमारे, तो हमारा अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ वाटर इज सेकेंड। तो अगर हम सेकेंड की बात करें तो हमारे फर्स्ट एंड थर्ड तो अपने आप एलिमिनेट हो गए नहीं हो गए? इतना तो हमें पता चल गया कि फर्स्ट एंड थर्ड आर नॉट द आंसर्स। सेकेंड इज बिल्कुल सही बात, सेकेंड से स्टार्ट करेंगे, पानी होना चाहिए। दूसरे नेक्स्ट इज फॉर्मेशन ऑफ अमीनो एसिड्स एंड nucleotides. Cheshta, you're writing 4. No beta, it is not 4. भाई कॉम्प्लेक्स मॉलिक्यूल्स तो बाद में बनेंगे ना, पहले तो मोनोमर्स बनेंगे। थोड़ा सा अगर तुम लोगों ने बायोमोलिक्यूल के बारे में जानते हो तो वी नो दैट जैसे अमीनो एसिड्स आर द मोनोमर्स ऑफ द प्रोटीन्स, है ना? और क्या दिया हुआ है? न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स दिया हुआ है क्वेश्चन में। तो न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स आर द पॉलीमर्स ऑफ द डीएनए एंड आरएनए। सो दीज आर द स्मॉल मॉलिक्यूल्स, दीज आर द माइक्रो मॉलिक्यूल्स, द कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ दिस। ओके बेटा, इट्स ओके चेष्टा। देखो तुम बिल्कुल वही चीज कर रही हो चेष्टा। यू सेड यू डिडंट read the options clearly. You are doing this second time, Cheshta. I'm repeating my statement. Read the question thoroughly, read the options thoroughly. Do not in a hurry. जल्दी से आंसर देने के चक्कर में तूने दूसरा क्वेश्चन को गलत आंसर देके फिर सही आंसर दिया है, राइट चेष्टा? तो हमें क्वेश्चन बहुत ध्यान से पढ़ना होता है बिफोर रीचिंग टू द राइट वन। चेष्टा समझ आ रही है बच्चे? ये चलो यहाँ तो तुम्हारी गलती एक्सेप्टेबल है, वी आर जस्ट डिस्कसिंग द पेपर, बट एग्जाम में ये गलती बहुत भारी पड़ सकती है तुमको चेष्टा। तुम्हारा ये 1-2 क्वेश्चंस भी इस तरह से करके ना बाद में यू विल रिपेंट ऑन योर सेल्फ कि क्वेश्चन हमने ठीक से पढ़ लिया होता तो हमें सही आंसर मिल गया होता। तो दिस इज आई एम सेइंग टू एवरीवन, प्लीज डू नॉट इन अ हरी, read the question properly, read the 4 options properly, then reach to the right one. This is my humble request to everyone if you want to get a good score in the exam. Okay? So, second से start होगी chain, that is availability of water, पानी जरूर available होगा. Then it is the formation of the amino acids. है ना? पहले मोनोमर्स बनेंगे, अमाइनो एसिड्स बनेंगे। अभिषेक ने बिल्कुल ठीक आंसर बताया, शुभम ने नहीं नहीं, अभिषेक तूने बी बोला बेटा. लेट मी चेक, इट इज द ऑप्शन नंबर 1. हाँ, बी बिल्कुल सही जा रहा है बच्चे. शुभम, यू आर राइट. अभिषेक, यू आर ऑल्सो राइट. ओके, Kush, you are also right beta, if you are saying B for the 5th one. So formation of amino acids and nucleotides, जब इसके monomers मिल गए, then it will convert into a large complex molecules. amino acids proteins बना देंगे, nucleotides nucleic acids बना देंगे जैसे DNA, RNA. And then when these complex molecules has been synthesized, that is 4th one, 2nd, 1 and 4th. After the aggregation of these bio micromolecules, bio macromolecules will form. That is proteins and nucleic acid. Then the organization of cells takes place. ठीक है, तो हमारा ऑप्शन क्या बनता है? 2nd, 1st, 4th and 3rd. That means the correct option is option number 2. Okay, so please do not in a hurry. बहुत ध्यान से क्वेश्चन को पढ़ के, ऑप्शंस को पढ़ के, देन रीच टू द राइट वन. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 क्या बोलता है हमसे? यस, व्हाट डज इट सेज? वेरी सिंपल अगेन. आपका लास्ट टॉपिक जो था, आवर एनवायरमेंट, फ्रॉम देयर इट इज बीन टेकन. एनर्जी ट्रांसफर in the biotic world always proceeds from the autotrophs. सही बात है ना? ऑटोट्रॉफ्स प्रोड्यूसर्स से ही स्टार्ट होती है चेन. बिल्कुल ठीक बता रहे हैं आपको ये ऑप्शन. एनर्जी फ्लो इज यूनिडायरेक्शनल, ये भी ठीक बात है. यूनिडायरेक्शनल फ्लो होता है एनर्जी फ्लो. थर्ड ऑप्शन, एनर्जी अवेलेबिलिटी इज मैक्सिमम एट द टर्शियरी लेवल. ये तो गलत बात हो गई है ना? प्राइमरी लेवल, सेकेंडरी लेवल, टर्शियरी लेवल तब आता है, तो वहां पे मैक्सिमम कैसे हो जाएगी? एज द एनर्जी फ्लोज इट कीप्स ऑन डिक्रीजिंग. आई गेस यू नो दैट. एज द एनर्जी फ्लोज इट कीप्स ऑन डिक्रीजिंग. तो अगर आपने थोड़ा सा भी पढ़ा है वो टॉपिक, आवर एनवायरमेंट, आप बहुत जल्दी से इसका आंसर निकाल दोगे, है ना? तो थर्ड स्टेटमेंट इज रॉन्ग, गलत बात. फोर्थ ऑप्शन पे आ जाते हैं. देयर इज अ लॉस ऑफ एनर्जी फ्रॉम वन ट्रॉपिक लेवल टू द अदर. देखो, फोर्थ ऑप्शन बता रहा है कि थर्ड ऑप्शन गलत है. अगर आपने इस थ्योरी को पढ़ा है तो फोर्थ ऑप्शन इज टेलिंग यू एक्चुअली दैट थर्ड इज इनकरेक्ट. तो फोर्थ ऑप्शन तो बिल्कुल ठीक बात है, लॉस ऑफ एनर्जी फ्रॉम वन ट्रॉपिक टू द अदर ट्रॉपिक लेवल. So that means we are having, and the question is asking, select the relevant statements for the forest ecosystem. है ना? relevant statements बताने हैं आपको. सही statements क्या हैं? So first, second and fourth are the correct options. Abhishek, Kush, Hardik, absolutely correct. The option number 1 is the correct option. ठीक है? Option number 1 is the correct option because third is wrong. There is no maximum energy present at the tertiary level. So the answer is first, second, fourth, and the option is option 1. Moving on to next question. Okay. In a highly pesticide polluted pond, polluted pond की बात कर रहे हैं. Which of the following aquatic organisms will have the maximum amount of pesticides per gram of body mass? है ना? आप लोगों ने एक फिनोमेना जरूर पढ़ा होगा. Again, this question is from the same topic, our environment. So there is a process that is called as biomagnification. पढ़ा है आप लोगों ने biomagnification? The topic is, the phenomena is biomagnification. है ना? Shit, what I'm doing. It was like that. Biomagnification. I guess you must have studied this phenomena in class 10th in the topic our environment. Yes, Shubham is writing 2, Kush is writing 2. Abhishek, Hardik, absolutely you people, all you are correct. All of you there are correct. बिल्कुल बच्चा, है ना? Biomagnification means the accumulation of the chemicals as we reaches to the higher level. है ना? So, yes, lotus is not the answer. Fishes is present on the higher energy level as compared to the options given in the question. Spirogyra, simple alga is Spirogyra, is an algae. Zooplanktons, जो small animals होते हैं in the aquatic aquatic field, so that is zooplanktons. So lotus, Spirogyra, zooplanktons are incorrect, and the correct option is fishes. All of you are correct there. Shubham, Kush, Hardik, Abhishek. ठीक है? So because of this biomagnification, it is the fishes which has the maximum amount of pesticide per gram of body mass. ठीक है? Next question पे पहुंचते हैं. Yes, what does this says? This says, a farmer made an observation in the backwater paddy field of coastal Kerala, है ना? That the paddy plants wilt during noon onwards every day, but appear normal in the next morning, है ना? दोपहर में वो सूख जाते हैं, लेकिन सुबह में ठीक निकलते हैं paddy plants. What would be the possible reasons for wilting? Wilting मतलब सूख जाना plants का. तो दोपहर में सूख गए और सुबह में ठीक हो गए. क्या है ऐसा reason? The rate of water absorption is less than the rate of transpiration in the noon. The rate of water absorption is more than the rate of transpiration in the afternoon. The changes in the rate of water absorption and transpiration are not associated with wilting. ये तो बिल्कुल ही गलत बात. Wilting, I mean, rate of absorption and transpiration must depend. These are the factors through which causes actually wilting. The rate of water absorption is not related to the rate of transpiration. This is also incorrect. Water absorption and transpiration, they are related to each other. Okay? तो देखो ना, दोपहर में सूख रहा है प्लांट, तो क्या होगा उस वक्त? बताओ, वेरी सिंपल. क्वेश्चन नंबर 8 किसने आंसर किया? 1. शुभम, एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. वाटर एब्जॉर्प्शन इज लेस देन द रेट ऑफ ट्रांसपिरेशन इन द आफ्टरनून, है ना? ट्रांसपिरेशन ज्यादा होगा बिकॉज देयर इज नो ह्यूमिडिटी, नून है तो ट्रांसपिरेशन ज्यादा है, पानी का एब्जॉर्प्शन कम है, सो दैट रिजल्ट्स इनटू द विल्टिंग ऑफ द प्लांट. सिंपल, वेरी सिंपल, सिंपल सा लॉजिक है. तो ऑप्शन नंबर 1 इज द करेक्ट आंसर. शुभम, यू आर एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट बच्चा, बिल्कुल सही बात बेटा. ठीक है, चलिए नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन के लिए बढ़ते हैं आगे. Observe the experiment set A and B. Observe the test tubes A and B. From the list given below, choose the combination of responses of shoot and root that are observed in B. है ना? तो आपको बताना है कि B में क्या रिस्पॉन्स दे रहा है shoot and root. Again simple, आपने जरूर पढ़ा होगा about the topic in plants, phytohormones, the different types of processes, that is phototropism, that is geotropism. जरूर आपने ये phenomena class 10th में पढ़े हैं. तो again a very simple one. देखो ना, if it towards the light, it is phototropism. If it towards the ground, that is geotropism. है ना? तो हमें apparatus B में बताना है कि what is it showing, shoot and root. तो positive phototropism and positive geotropism. सही बात है ये? Is it or not? Positive phototropism दिखा रहा है? कहाँ दिखा रहा है positive phototropism? नहीं दिखा रहा, है ना? Negative phototropism and positive geotropism. स्टेटमेंट हम किसकी बात कर रहे हैं? In B. Test tube A and B, from the listed given below, choose the combination of responses of shoot and root that are observed in B. देखो ऊपर वाला ये एरिया क्या दिखा रहा है ये? If we talk about that we observe in B, see here and see here, what is it showing? So basically what it is showing, yes, now it's very simple. Positive phototropism and positive geotropism. Absolutely. बिल्कुल ठीक बात है ना, बहुत सिंपल है. If it is growing towards the light photo, positive phototropism. If it is showing towards the ground, that is positive geotropism. And the option is option number 1. Kush and Abhishek and Shubham, all of you are correct. Absolutely correct. बिल्कुल ठीक. Simple सा question है. On the observation of this, you can easily answer it on seeing the diagram. Okay. Moving on to next one. Raw banana has bitter taste. Raw banana has bitter taste, while ripe banana has sweet taste. It happens because the conversion of. ऐसा क्या present होता है raw banana में और ripe banana में, क्या difference है जिससे कि आपको रॉ बनाना का टेस्ट जो होगा वो इतना स्वीट नहीं लगेगा, बिटर लगेगा एज कंपेयर टू द राइप वन. ऑप्शन 1, starch to sugar because of the conversion of starch to sugar, sucrose to fructose, amino acids to sugar, amino acids to protein. है ना, देखो ये ऑप्शंस जो है अमीनो एसिड्स टू शुगर, दिस इज वेरी लॉजिकल साउंडिंग. ऐसा नहीं होता है ना, this is not the answer. This is even not the answer. Amino acid to protein. Sucrose to fructose. This is also incorrect because it is not present there. है ना? Basically, the raw banana has starch in it. And the ripe banana, this starch is converted into simple sugars, which is sweet in taste. Simple देखो ना, glucose अगर पियोगे, it is very sweet in taste. Why sweet? Because it is a monosaccharide. ठीक है? So that is why the starch is converted into simple sugar in ripe bananas. That is why we say that raw banana has bitter taste and the ripe banana has sweet taste because of the conversion of the starch into sugar. Simple, very simple. Okay, so our right option is option number 1. आगे बढ़े. Next question is saying what? Okay, in a flowering plant, sexual reproduction involves several events beginning with the bud and ending in a fruit. ठीक बात है. These events are arranged in 4 different combinations. Select the combination that has correct sequences of event. आंसर देखो मिल गया मुझे वैसे. कुश, शुभम, चेष्टा, तुम लोगों ने क्या आंसर दिया है? 2. Let's check whether it is true or not. Option number 1 says it starts with the embryo zygote, gamete fertilization. Let's read the option first, then we'll discuss it. Now, option number 2 is gametes, fertilization, zygote, embryo. Option 3 says fertilization, zygote, gametes, embryo. Option 4 says gametes, zygote, embryo, fertilization. अब देखो फर्स्ट पे आ जाते हैं. भाई एम्ब्रियो कैसे बन जाएगा? पहले तो जाइगोट बनेगा. जाइगोट इज अ सिंगल सेल, देन अंडरगोइंग क्लीवेज डिविजन इट इज फॉलोड बाय द एम्ब्रियो, है ना. और फिर जाइगोट से भी मतलब पहले जाइगोट बन गया, गैमीट्स बाद में बने. ये तो बिल्कुल ही गलत ऑप्शन है ना. गैमीट्स तो फ्यूज होकर जाइगोट बनाते हैं, तो बिल्कुल गलत बात हो गई है. तुम लोगों ने ऑप्शन नंबर 2 दिया है मुझे. ओके, ऑल ऑफ यू, लेट्स चेक द ऑप्शन नंबर 2. गैमीट्स, fertilization, zygote, embryo. सही बात है. gametes बने, male and female gamete, they fuses together to form the zygote and the fusion of the two is fertilization. तो fertilization होगा तभी क्या बना? zygote. So gamete followed by fertilization followed by zygote. And this one cell structure, that is zygote, converts into multicellular structure, that is embryo. So actually the correct option is option number 2. Gametes, then fusion, fertilization, then the diploid zygote formed, and then the cleavage divisions takes place, result into the embryo. Let's read the third and fourth options as well. Fertilization, zygote, gametes. Impossible. I mean, पहले fertilization कैसे हो जाएगा? हमारे पास gametes ही नहीं है. Gametes, zygote, embryo, fertilization. Gametes अपने आप zygote में कैसे convert हो जाएगा जब fertilization ही नहीं होगा. So definitely first, third and fourth are incorrect option and the correct option is option number 2. क्लियर है? बहुत सिंपल सा फिनोमेना है, आपको इसके सिर्फ सीक्वेंस ध्यान रखना है. पहले गैमीट्स बनेंगे, गैमीट्स फ्यूज होंगे आपस में, फर्टिलाइजेशन हुआ, फर्टिलाइजेशन ऑलवेज रिजल्टेंट in the formation of diploid zygote. Zygote is a single cell structure, cleavage divisions takes place and formation of embryo takes place and then further development takes place. So the option is option number 2. Yes, Kush, Shubham, Cheshta, you all three are absolutely correct. Option number 2 is the right answer. Moving on to next one. Yes, this is very interesting. देखो तुम लोग कितने सारे क्वेश्चंस जेनेटिक्स और ह्यूमन फिजियोलॉजी से पूछे हैं, है ना. प्लांट्स के भी हैं, बट देन मैक्सिमम क्वेश्चंस आर फ्रॉम ह्यूमन फिजियोलॉजी एंड जेनेटिक्स. ये these two units are very important for any exam, for any competitive exam. तो अगर KVPY का भी देते हो और अगर NTSC stage 2 का भी देते हो तो it will be, I mean, these topics should be read by all of you. Okay, let's read question number 12. In pea plants, round and yellow features of seeds are dominant. है ना. ये तो हमारा मेंडियन लॉ है, हमने अगर थोड़ा सा ध्यान से पढ़ा है. दैट इज dihybrid cross they are talking about. Round and yellow features of seeds are dominant over wrinkled and green features. In a cross between two plants having the same genotype, है ना, RRYY, the following genotypic combination of offsprings are noticed. है ना. ये combination सब बनते हैं. एक, I mean, you must have studied dihybrid cross, so you must be knowing this. A option says R capital R small to Y small. तो देखो इस केस में both the genes are dominant. तो इस केस में कौन सा हमारा होगा? I mean, both is showing their expression, है ना, R and Y. So we have, and the dominant is what? Round and yellow. है ना भाई. Dominant क्या है? Round and yellow. The round and yellow, this is being shown by round and yellow. Option number B, that is capital R small r and the two small y's. Small y represent what? It is the recessive character, and that is y is green. So it will be like what? It is round and green. ठीक है, it is round and green. This is what? This is, let me write also over here so that there is no confusion. It is round and yellow. है ना? This is what? One dominant here. So dominant here is the shape that is round and this y is small y. So basically it will be what? It will be green. ठीक है? Option C says two small r's and one capital Y is there. That means this time the color is showing the dominancy and the shape is showing the recessiveness. So basically it is what? Wrinkled and Y is dominant and dominant is yellow. Wrinkled and yellow. Then it is the two small r's and two small y. That means both recessive. So it will be wrinkled and green. So this is what is given in the options. The phenotype features of A, B, C, D are given below in an order in 4 combinations. Select the correct combination of characters that corresponds to genotypes. है ना, आपको genotypes की सही combination बतानी है. Round and yellow, round and green, wrinkled and yellow, wrinkled and green. देखो I have written all on this screen. बिल्कुल ऐसे ही हमने sequence लिखा है. लिखा नहीं लिखा ऐसे? Round yellow, D is green wrinkled, yellow wrinkled, and wrinkled and yellow and wrinkled and green. बिल्कुल कुश एंड शुभम, यू आर एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट बच्चा. लेट्स रीड द अदर ऑप्शंस एज वेल. फर्स्ट इज गिवन राउंड एंड ग्रीन, तो ये तो गलत बात हो गई. इट इज गिवन राउंड एंड येलो, तो यहीं से ऑप्शन हमारा ये कट गया. दिस इज नॉट आवर ऑप्शन, है ना. थर्ड पे आ जाते हैं रिंकल ग्रीन, फिर गलत बात हो गई, राइट. फोर्थ इज रिंकल एंड येलो, ये भी गलत बात हो गई. सीक्वेंस में बताना है हमें इन एन ऑर्डर ऑफ 4 कॉम्बिनेशन, है ना. सो इट इज ऑप्शन नंबर 1, राउंड येलो, राउंड ग्रीन, wrinkled yellow, wrinkled green. This is I have already written on the screen. You can match with it. Now the option number 1 is the correct option. सही बात है. कुश, शुभम, absolutely correct बेटा, both of you. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. Moving on to next question. What does next question says? Eukaryotic organisms have different levels of organization. Select the combination where the levels are arranged in the descending order. Descending order means कि आपको decreasing order में बताने हैं. सबसे high level पे कौन सा है, फिर उससे छोटा, फिर उससे छोटा, फिर उससे छोटा. मतलब आपको actually complexity बतानी है कि किस में कौन arranged है from the high to lower, है ना. Okay. Kush, you're writing the option number 1 for which question? Mark, write the question as well, beta. Okay, Kush? I'm not getting you. What you're trying to say? Chaliye, option number 1 says DNA, chromosome, cell, nucleus and tissue. अब DNA से थोड़ी ना स्टार्ट होगी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. डीएनए तो बहुत अंदर है. पहले सेल प्रेजेंट है, सेल के अंदर न्यूक्लियस प्रेजेंट है, न्यूक्लियर के अंदर क्रोमोसोम प्रेजेंट है, फिर डीएनए आएगा. और कहानी इन्होंने डीएनए से शुरू कर दी, तो ये तो बिल्कुल गलत ऑप्शन हो गया. दिस इज एब्सोल्युटली रॉन्ग, है ना. हमें अपनी कहानी बिल्कुल स्टार्टिंग से शुरू करनी है. सबसे पहले कौन सा ऑप्शन आएगा इसमें से, सबसे पहले कौन सी अरेंजमेंट होएगी, है ना. सो 1 इज द इनकरेक्ट आंसर. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज नंबर 2, tissue, cell, nucleus, chromosome and DNA. That sounds logical and correct as well, है ना. देखो ना, आपने अगर थोड़ा सा वो टॉपिक पढ़ा है कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन सिस्टम, cell combines to form tissues, tissues combine to form organ combine to form organ systems. This is from the lower to higher. यहाँ पे हम बात कर रहे हैं higher to lower. तो टिश्यूज है अगर, तो डेफिनेटली देयर विल बी सेल. टिश्यूज के बाद इट कम्स सेल. टिश्यूज हायर देन दी सेल बिकॉज मेनी ऑफ द सेल्स क्लब टुगेदर टू फॉर्म द टिश्यूज, पर्टिकुलर टिश्यू टू परफॉर्म अ पर्टिकुलर फंक्शन. वी नो दैट. ओके, तो फर्स्ट इज टिश्यू. टिश्यू इज अरेंज्ड विद द हेल्प ऑफ द कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ द एग्रीगेशन ऑफ द सेल्स. इन द सेल प्रेजेंट इज द न्यूक्लियस. We know that in the cell present is the nucleus. In the nucleus present is the chromosome in the form of chromatin fibers. है ना, chromatin fibers की form में present होते हैं. When the cells are, start dividing, then they condense to form the chromosomes for the division. But then in the nucleus, chromosomes present. In the chromosome, DNA is arranged. ठीक है. So that sounds correct, but let's read third and fourth options as well. Option third says nucleus, cell, DNA, chromosome, tissue. अभी हमने डिस्कस किया ऊपर किसमें कैसे जाएगी ऑर्डर. It is also incorrect. Tissue, cell, chromosome, nucleus, DNA. This is also incorrect, है ना. यहाँ पे इन्होंने क्या किया, देखो ये थोड़ा सा गलती है यहाँ पे, this one. Otherwise it is correct. Tissue, cell के अंदर nucleus, then we'll have chromosome inside the nucleus. This is incorrect over here. Hence the correct option is option number 2. Yes, Shubham, Abhishek, Cheshta and Kush. All of you are correct. ठीक है, you people are learning biology. That sounds very good to me. But you know, these are simple questions if you know it, if you studied it well. लेकिन अगर नहीं पढ़ोगे, नहीं पढ़ा होगा, तो फिर आप इसमें हमेशा 2 ऑप्शंस में कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट रहेगा आपको. सो वी हैव टू रीड स्मार्टली टू रीच टू द राइट आंसर. ओके, क्वेश्चन नंबर 14. what does this says? The gaseous byproduct of a process in plants is essential for another vital process sorry, that releases energy. Given below are 4 combination of processes and products. Choose the correct combination. है ना? तो क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछ रहा है कि gaseous, let me read the options also first, then we'll discuss the question. Option 1 is saying photosynthesis and oxygen. Option 2 is saying respiration and carbon dioxide. Option C, transpiration and water vapor. Option D, germination and carbon dioxide. तो क्वेश्चन क्या बोलता है? The gaseous byproduct of a process in plants. अगर आपने photosynthesis अच्छे से पढ़ा है, yes कुश, हार्दिक, चेष्टा, you all are absolutely correct बेटा, all of you. तो photosynthesis अगर आपने अच्छे से पढ़ा है, so photosynthesis is actually comprises of 2 reactions, light reaction and dark reaction. Light reaction is further completed in 3 steps. That is, number 1, excitation of chlorophyll molecule to entrap energy. And the second one is hydrolysis of water. अब जब आप ये second step पढ़ते हो, that is the breakdown of water or photo-oxidation of water, that results into the formation of oxygen. This is released as byproduct and released into the atmosphere, which is our survival gas as well. So the question is saying the same line to initiate with the gaseous byproduct of a process in plants. तो plants में photosynthesis होगा. During that step, that is photo-oxidation of water, this gaseous product that is being formed and released. बिल्कुल सही statement. It is going with the photosynthesis and is essential for another vital process. और ये जो oxygen release हुआ, this is very much essential for the other process that releases energy. Yes, we know that respiration is the intake of oxygen and the given off of carbon dioxide with the release of energy. Clear है बात? तो एक process का byproduct is used in the other process to release energy. So our option says photosynthesis, as we have studied just now, gaseous byproduct is released in the process of photosynthesis, and that gaseous byproduct is oxygen required in another process, that is respiration, to release energy. है ना? बाकी ऑप्शंस रीड कर लेते हैं. रेस्पिरेशन कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, बिल्कुल गलत बात. ट्रांसपिरेशन एंड वाटर वेपर, ट्रांसपिरेशन में तो कोई गैसियस प्रोडक्ट रिलीज ही नहीं होता. देन जर्मिनेशन एंड कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, सेम गोज विद इट. So these are incorrect options, and the correct option is option number 1, that is photosynthesis and oxygen. Okay? So I guess हमने जितना भी question discuss किया होगा, so that's all about the paper, NTSC Stage 2 paper of the year 2018. I guess तुम लोगों को सारे options clear, सारे answers clear होंगे, सारे questions समझ आए होंगे, बहुत कुछ extra information भी मिली होगी. So this is the paper discussion session. But in the coming session, we'll also keep some, content-wise sessions so that you can have a clear idea ki what is actually topic all about. I'll keep sessions on human physiology and genetics, because these are the major topics that is the, that the questions comes from. So for this NTSC Stage 2 exam, you must have a clear idea of the topics comprises human physiology and the genetics. We have seen that a lot of questions are from there. Yes, plant physio is also important, but fewer questions are there from plant physiology. Major questions are from human physiology and the genetics. So बहुत deep में नहीं जाएंगे, but हाँ थोड़ा सा detail extra I will let you know about these topics in the upcoming sessions. So that's all for today's class. आई गेस तुम लोगों को समझ आया होगा, सारे क्वेश्चंस को क्लैरिटी होगी दिमाग में. इसी तरीके से नेक्स्ट कमिंग क्लास में we'll discuss more paper and the content regarding the topics. So that's all for today's class.